Hi everybody, welcome to Sports for All podcast. I'm your host Eden, and today I've got an exciting guest. So do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi everyone. Um, I'm Sophia. I'm 20 years old, and I'm going to uni for politics, philosophy, and economics. And I did ballet for a very, very, very long time of my life. I don't currently do it, but I still keep somewhat active. Although I do prefer staying indoors doing crafts more than I like doing outdoorsy things.
No, no, that's amazing. I totally agree. Getting the balance between crafting and being
Mhm.
active, so important. Love it. So my next question is, do you want to tell everybody a bit about like how you got involved in ballet?
Yeah, well. I did do ballet for the biggest sports I did, mainly because my mom signed me up for baby ballet when I was like 2. And I just stuck to it till I was like 17, 18.
Wow.
So I did it consistently throughout my whole life. It was like most of my afternoons were doing that. In school, I was in like the soccer team and I did some tennis with my brother. I was on the track team in school as well. So I was always fairly active as a kid. I think I just had a lot of energy and my mom wanted me to burn it off before she took me home. But ballet was like the biggest sport I did, and it's like something I love doing. Love watching people do as well.
Yeah, nice. And do you think when you were little, like, did you really enjoy it from the start, or did it take you like a little while to really get into it?
I mean, I think because I was so young, it just always was something I did.
Yeah.
Like it never felt something like I had to do because it was really fun. Like my mom would take me and I'd like walk around and like she'd like put me up in the bun, my hair, and it's like something really cool. And by that time that it hit me that it was something that might be a bit labor intensive, I liked it so much that I didn't mind
Yeah.
the amount of time I spent doing it, you know?
Yeah, I feel like when you're in it from such a young age, like you just don't really know anything other than it.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is just my life at this point.
Yeah. It's the standard. That's it.
Really, yeah. So my next question, who are your biggest inspirations, both like in sports and like ballet, but also outside of sport as well? This is quite a big question.
Within the ballet, there's like a couple dances where I'm like they are truly just amazing.
Yeah.
Um Currently, I really like Misty Copeland. I don't know if you've heard it, but
Yeah.
she's I think she's amazing the way
Amazing.
she dances and the way like she moves her form and just generally in the sense of ballet, what she's done for modern ballet is amazing. Like having more representation because it is a very predominantly white
Yeah.
sport, right? And having different people and seeing her start from an age that in ballet is considered old and having her succeed is like something that's like, oh,
Amazing. Yeah.
because they do tell you, you have to be there from like you were 5 to be able to like be good at
Be
it.
professional. Yeah.
Yeah, unless like then you don't get it. Um, and then there's this Mexican dancer called Isaac Hernandez. And he's dancing right now for the American Ballet, but he danced for the Dutch Ballet, for the Paris Opera, and his line work. I'm gonna sound insane when I say this, but his line work and his dedication to the sport is just outside of
That's
this world, outside of sports. Probably my mother. My mother always pushed me for like everything, you know. She was like, you can do this, you got this. And she was with there when I used to like go to ballet class from 3 p.m. till 9 p.m. Like she'd pick me up, drive me, take me to like meets and take me everywhere. So she was always, very supportive of what I wanted to do.
yeah, I so agree. Mums are just the best, honestly.
They are.
Yeah. And like the amount of like obviously when you're younger you don't realize, but then when you're older you're like, oh my goodness, like you spent
Yeah.
like you sacrificed a lot. Like
She used to She used to
you
drive an hour twice a week to take me somewhere really far so I could dance like 2, 3 hours and then drive an hour back.
yeah.
And she wasn't even allowed to sit and see the class, she'd like sit in her car for like 2, 3 hours.
Oh
And
no.
I'm like, at that time, I just thought like whenever she didn't want to take me there, I was like, oh mom, like why do you not want to take me?
Yeah.
But now I'm like, that is such a dedication. Like we'd be
Yeah.
coming back home at like midnight and she'd be sitting in her car for like 6, 7 hours.
Yeah,
And
literally. And
now
in the
I'm like,
freezing cold as well. Like,
yeah.
yeah, I
And I'm
know.
like, she sacrificed a lot. She could have been doing a lot of things at that time, but she
Yeah.
chose to like drive me around
Yeah,
everywhere.
literally same. I'm like when I used to go to competitions and stuff, like my mom would say like the whole day in the sports hall, and I was like, you literally
Yeah.
went on your sports hall holiday. She used to call them her sports hall holidays. Mum's definitely amazing. Yeah, I couldn't do it without them. So my next question is, what skills have you developed from being involved in ballet, and like how have they helped you like in your kind of studies and like just general life?
I think discipline, they teach you discipline from a very, very young age,
Yeah.
especially if you do it from a very young age, that like you don't talk over people, you stand tall, you stand proud. So that's something that has carried out throughout like my whole life to like have certain structure. And when now that I'm doing uni online, that has helped me a lot in the sense that I do get behind, but I don't get as behind, I feel like, than if I hadn't had that structure throughout my whole life. It's helped me as well, um, to like connect with people because at that age when you start doing in ballet, when you start doing like co-ed classes with like boys, you start like interacting with boys and you start like dancing with them. You need to really be in tune in like who you are and
Mhm.
what they're doing and how your actions can reflect a certain feeling, which I think a lot of like people that they are aware, but as a dancer, you're aware how like a certain gesture can mean something that you don't intend it to mean.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, maybe it's harmful in a way, but now I'm
Yeah.
like very aware of like the space I have as a person,
Yeah.
right? And that space matters when you like walk around. Like, like you have to
Yeah.
be told, you have to be proud of like who you are.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. And I think like also like connecting with different people from different backgrounds and stuff, and like
Hmm.
you just learn so much as well from like your
Yeah.
interactions with people. And like you're so right, like it's something that you do carry through and you don't realize sometimes, and you're like, oh, that is actually probably because of like
Yeah.
growing up and being involved in sport like your whole life. And yeah, discipline, massive. And like that kind of
Yeah.
motivation thing, studying online and like at home can be like it can be so hard. So having
Mm.
that routine and you're like, okay, like I can actually do this, like let's go. Like
Yeah.
from instilled from such a young age is like, yeah, it helps so so much.
Mm.
Yeah. So my next question is, what do you think are the main challenges and barriers that you think young people face, like getting involved and staying involved in sports like ballet? And do you have any like advice or tips for them?
I think one of the biggest barriers is, I think, embarrassment. I feel like when you get to a certain age, everything's really embarrassing, especially if you hadn't done it in a while. It's like, oh, it's getting that over that embarrassment of starting something new or starting in a place that's new. Um, I happened to like when I moved and I had to change ballet studios at 14 is really embarrassing because I didn't know the people. I didn't know how the teachers functioned. Um, or now when I quit ballet and I started going to the gym, it was also really embarrassing for me to start going to the gym because I didn't know how it functioned, right? Um, but then my advice, and it might sound a little bit corny, but if you feel that way, then probably a lot of people
Yeah.
feel that way as well, right? And they're not focused on, oh, she doesn't know how to use that machine, or she doesn't know how to, um, like kick a ball, because they're all probably so worried about the fact that this is their first time or their first month. It's just realizing that you're not alone in the world and it's not everyone in a way that you're not that important, right? Like there's like a lot of people trying out new things all the time and they're not going to be focused on the way you do things. Like they're going to be focused on the way they are doing things.
Yeah.
Um, so and if you don't like it, it's not that serious. You cannot go back, right?
Yeah.
Like you tried it. It's okay. That's it.
Yeah. Literally, like the amount of sport, like even me, like you try them and you're like, okay, no, that was not for me. Like you find
Yeah.
something else, you'll find something like,
Yeah, you'll find something that you like.
yeah.
And once you like it will be easy for you to go like, even if you get embarrassed, you're like, but I like it. So I'm gonna
Yeah, so
go
I'm
back.
still gonna keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're so right. Like people, you feel so self-conscious a lot of time. You're like, oh my gosh, people are actually watching me, but they're actually not. They're too busy trying to
Yeah.
do their own thing, focus on their own goal. That was a great answer, thank you.
Yeah.
So my last question is another piece of advice. Do you have any advice for anybody wanting to get involved, but who might struggle with confidence?
Honestly, I think just go for it. Like I mentioned before, if you don't like it, you don't have to go back. Like it's not something that you decide now and you cannot quit afterwards. Like you can just, it's very okay to quit sometimes. And people go like, oh, my father said a lot, I didn't raise quitters. But it's okay to quit if it's not making you happy and if you don't like to do it. But it's knowing if you don't like doing it because you don't like it or because you're embarrassed,
Yeah.
right? But I think just try it out. You never know. I 2 weeks ago I auditioned. It's not an audition. I tried out for a softball team.
Oh, nice.
I've never played softball in my life. I watched the Twilight scene where they play softball and I really wanted to try it out. So I searched up like softball adult classes. And there's a ton of like adult classes where a lot of people go in without having any experience at all.
Yeah,
So
literally.
trying something that's not necessarily like very structured, but you still get that whole team dynamic. I think that's also really fun, especially if you like search up like sports, blah blah blah, beginner classes. You
Yeah.
get a lot of things there online where it's a lot of people trying out things for the first time as well. And
Yeah.
you bond over with that with people,
Yeah,
you know?
literally you're like, oh, it's my first class too. Like
Yeah.
we're
And
in it
then,
together.
like three people pipe up. Oh, it's my first class too as well. And you're like, oh wow.
Yay, we're all here together.
Yeah.
And I feel like as an adult as well, like you just want something like a little bit less serious and like a little bit
Yeah.
of fun and something that you can just enjoy and just like get out of your head
Exactly.
for a
You
bit.
don't want that structure you get when you're a child and you're doing a sport where everything's like, so rigorous. Sometimes you just want to move a little
Yeah,
bit. And
literally.
you can just go in, try out. You don't like it, you can leave.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
can
Like,
even leave halfway.
yeah,
You can go
literally.
like, I'm sorry guys, I've got something. Bye.
Yeah, sorry, bye. And you don't have to come back, or you can come back to it at another point. Like maybe it's just like
Exactly.
not what you want at this point in your life. Like when you're like
Yeah.
40, you could go along and be like, yeah, let's play again. Like,
Yeah. And they're so fun. I think amateur leagues are so fun as well because no one does it with the mindset of wanting to go professional into it. They just want to do it for fun,
yeah,
right?
literally. And when you're a child, like there's often so much focus on you having to do like competitions, shows, like
Exactly.
exams,
Yeah.
like is like but then when you're an adult, you're like, ah, I could just go around and like kick a ball for an hour or
Yeah, and
like
that's it.
yeah, literally. And you could do like the exam, like nobody's stopping you doing the exams or whatever if you want to,
Yeah.
but
Like
like,
if you want to go for the structured route, you can definitely go for it.
yeah,
But if it's not what you want, there's tons of classes that give the hour of playing football,
yeah,
you know,
literally. You just have
and
a
that's
like
it.
a bit of fun and you get so much
Yeah.
benefit out of it as well. Like, so
Yeah.
yeah,
You move around, you meet people,
yeah,
you learn to like do teamwork, and
yeah,
then it's fun.
yeah. It is so good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, that was a great answer to finish. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
thank
on.
you.
It's been so good to have you.
Yeah, it's very lovely you having me here.
Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. If you want to connect with me further, you can find me on LinkedIn at Eden Byrne, and be sure to check out all the other amazing podcasts on Be the Change Media Network.